Alright, so in this one, we're going to be talking some Nigerian women's football. First, we're going to start with Edo Queens and the upcoming CAF Women's Champions League tournament in Morocco. The competition starts in a week, and Edo Queens have already suffered what I feel like is a big blow to their chances of lifting the trophy. Then after that, we're going to move on to the NWSL, the American Women's Top Flight. The season over there is coming to an end, so teams are fighting it out for those final playoffs positions. And we got Super Falcons players in those fights. We're going to be getting into that. But first, please make sure to like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. So yeah, starting with the Edo Queens in the CAF Women's Champions League. The competition starts in a few days from now, like I said, the 9th of November, Saturday the 9th of November, and it's going to run all the way to the 23rd of November. So when it comes to the competition, there are 8 teams altogether, 2 groups of 4 teams each, and Edo Queens are in Group B alongside Commercial Bank of Ethiopia Football Club, Football Club Massa of Egypt, and Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa. So their first match in the competition will be against Commercial Bank of Ethiopia Football Club, and that game will be played on Sunday the 10th of November. 6 p.m. Nigerian time will be the start. Now coming into this week, of course you got to go back a little bit to the weekend. You took on Algeria in those 2 matches. Did pretty good, won both matches. First one 2-0. The second one 4-1. So pretty good performances. You look at the second match, and the Edo Queens player got the hat trick for Lashade Jamilusi. So that player is coming back to go to the competition. So you know she's gonna be beaming with confidence, and that's definitely good for the team as a whole. And that right there made me feel real good about Edo Queens going into the CAF Women's Champions League. And that was until yesterday. Yesterday, Edo Queens on their Facebook page, maybe on their Twitter. I don't follow them on Twitter that much, but I do know about their Facebook. I'm always in tabs with that. And they put out this message right here. Farewell to a true legend, Suliat Abideen. Suliat Abideen leaving Edo Queens right before the CAF Women's Champions League. Are you really kidding me? That right there, folks, is what you call a big blow before a team goes to a competition. Congratulations to Suliat Abideen. That's definitely a good thing. She makes the move. Let's talk about the move though. She moves to ABB from Get FC in Turkey, the Turkish first division. And they're a team that is looking pretty good in the Turkish first division, currently 3rd place on the table. And you look at the goals part of the equation, and you kind of see why they made the deal to move Suliat Abideen to their club. They're not getting goals scored for a team that is in 3rd place. 13 points picked up. They've only scored 9 goals out of 6 matches. And of course, Suliat Abideen, a player that can add the goals. She can score them. She can assist them. Really good midfielder, can control the game. Really showed herself at the Waffle B competition. So definitely a deserved move for Suliat Abideen. And I'm definitely backing her to do a thing over there and make the club better. Now, that being said, if it was up to me, I would have tried to keep her at the club. There would have been no Turkey for now. You play at this competition, then we can talk about going to Turkey after that. The competition is like 3 weeks long, so I don't know. I know the team, as we see on the screen right here, the team needs to score goals. They're fighting for something in their league, so they might feel like drastic measures are needed. And who knows how much they paid for Suliat Abideen. The Edo Queens probably made some bank on her, because you look at the situation that they're in. They're giving up the best player. She probably was going to be one of the best players in the competition as a whole. And you giving her up right before the competition. I mean, we don't know how long ago this has been in the works, but it is right before the competition, you're telling us. So, I don't know. I mean, we know that Edo Queens have some quality players, don't get me wrong, but when you talk about a player like Suliat Abideen and what she means to that club right there, I mean, it would be real tough to even associate the club with somebody else. When you think of Edo Queens, you think of Suliat Abideen. Now, moving on, and we're going to go from the Nigerian Women's Football League to the National Women's Soccer League, the American Women's Top Flight. And like I said earlier, the season is coming to an end, and teams are in a rush for those final playoff positions. And our Super Falcons players are definitely in that race right there. Yesterday, you had Nicole, Payne, and her club Portland Torrens sealing their playoff ticket. That was after a 3-0 win over Angel City FC. And Nicole Payne played 90 minutes in that game right there. They will be in the playoffs. They'll be taking on, I believe, either Washington Spirit or KC Current. Those might be one of the teams that they face right there. But Nicole Payne and her club make it into the playoffs. So a great season for Nicole Payne after making that move from PSG, the loan move. She went over there after finishing college. Didn't really work so good. But you look at PSG right now, she might have made the better move. Going over there back to the United States of America. Her team is going to be in the playoffs. Good luck to them. And this night, that happened this morning. And tomorrow morning, we got another match that's going to come up involving a Super Falcons star. Actually, the star of stars, Asisat Oshoala and Naijabiasfc. They'll be playing in their final match of the season. And guess who they'll be facing? Michelle Alozie and Houston Dash. That's going to be a big one right there. Actually, Michelle Alozie and Houston Dash are totally out of the playoff picture. They're finishing last in the NWSL this season. I think it's not a sure thing, though. They could pull out that relegation look. Of course, there's no relegation in the NWSL. But Michelle Alozie and her team, they've been doing pretty good, even though they've had a horrendous season. But lately, they've been looking a little bit better to end the season. So this is going to be a good matchup right here. Even though it doesn't look like it on paper, I wouldn't expect Houston Dash to come down and lay down. As far as Naijabiasfc, they need a draw to make sure that they're in the playoffs. They need a draw to guarantee that they're in the playoffs. Now, I think they do have a chance to finish in 7th place. Maybe. I don't think there's a chance to finish in 6th place over the Portland Torrens, but they could finish 7th place. But at the very least, to make the playoffs, they need to get a draw. They need to at least not lose the game, because right behind them is Uchenna, Kanu, and Racing Louisville. Now, Uchenna Kanu has not been playing for a while now because she was injured. I've been looking on her Instagram. Looks like she's been working towards a comeback. If they make the playoffs, she's probably going to play maybe in the latter matches of the playoffs. But looking like she's making a comeback. Hopefully she comes back to play, though. But this is a tough situation right here. I think the only it's math right here in my face. The only team they can catch is Naijabiasfc, Racing Louisville. The only team they can catch is Naijabiasfc, and Naijabiasfc, of course, can pass number 7, can get to number 7, and that's it. But so yeah, we got an interesting race with these teams. These are players that recently joined these clubs. Naijabiasfc, of course, a brand new club that Asisat Oshoala joined. And you got Uchenna Kanu. I believe this is a 2nd season with Racing Louisville. So pretty interesting right there with the players involved. Asisat Oshoala didn't come for the international break, training with her club. So we're looking for a sharper version and a more connected version to her teammates of Asisat Oshoala when that match comes up tomorrow morning. Uchenna Kanu, like I said, we're just waiting on a comeback from injury. Hopefully she comes back sooner than later. And of course, she's a great player in her own right. Great goal scorer. Was scoring for fun, it looked like, over there in the NWSL when the season started, and the injury bug just caught up to her, which is very, very sad. But yeah, interesting times in the NWSL. Expecting these players to do even much better next season. With them knowing the ropes, knowing how things go over there. expecting these players to improve. Let me know your thoughts on all these situations. Of course, Edo Queens getting ready for the CAF Women's Champions League right after losing a key player for the team, Suliat Abideen, making that move to Turkey. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.